Hey guys, Linda here, coming back at you with another video today. I'm coming to you with my favorite reads of 2023. I got some romantic suspense here. I got some western. I think I got a contemporary and a fantasy that I want to go over with you. I got most of these are romantic suspense and westerns. So let's get started. First up, I have Path by Brynne Asher. I think this is book number 2 in the Killer series. And I think that I showed you book number 1 and number 2 when I did a haul, but they were male covers because she's redid the covers. These are the discreet covers, and when I saw the discreet covers, I really liked them, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and get them because I really enjoyed this series. Well, it's a 7-book series. I only read 4 books out of the series, and I bought the first 4 books, but this is book number 2. I'm going to show you the 2 books that I really enjoyed, but overall I really enjoyed all 4 books, but the 2 I'm going to show you are my favorite. This is Path, and it's called The Killers because the guys in the series, they work for this guy named Cruz. That's the first book is about Cruz. He bought a lot of land out in Virginia, so I think they're in Virginia, set in Virginia, but I know he bought a lot of land so that he can train guys out there because he's a soldier of fortune. He do work for the government. The government hire him sometime to do stuff that they can't do. Yeah, that's why it's called The Killers, because they be doing a lot of stuff. And he bought this place so he can train guys out there. And so Grady worked for him, and Grady meets Maya, the female in here name is Maya Augustine, and the male name is Grady Kane. And he meets Maya because when Cruz bought this land, it's next to a vineyard. And like I said, Cruz and the lady that owned the vineyard, that's their story in book 1. And Maya comes along, she's running for something. So each one of these books have a case, or the female is in trouble and the guys help them with whatever going on in their life. So that's how you meet Maya. She's in some kind of trouble. She ends up getting a job at the vineyard and living on there's also a house there that she moves into. The lady that owns the vineyard lets her move into it's a house on that land that they were working on and fixing up, and they let Maya move into it. And that's how she meets Grady. And they end up hooking up together. Grady has some issue and Maya has some issues, and they help each other out with their situation that's going on. Because I think Grady is having a lot of trouble from his childhood. I think him and his dad had let's just say he wasn't a very good dad, and because Grady has some sisters, and let's just say the dad didn't treat the kids right, and Grady got some kind of he messed up. I'm gonna put it that way. He messed up. But if you like an alpha male, he's not over the Killer series. The men in here are alpha males, but they're not over the top alpha males. So if you're not into alpha male, I think you could deal with this the guys in this series, because I think I was gonna come and recommend this series. I don't know. I gotta finish reading the rest of the series, and I'll see if I want to recommend the series. But the first 4 books in this series, highly recommend. And Path, yeah, this one over the top. Really highly recommend this. But they are alpha male, but they're not over the top alpha male. It didn't get, and the sexual content is not over the top. It just was a nice read. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend Path by Brynne Asher. And then this is book number 4 in the series, another book that I really enjoyed. And this is called Veils. And this is the discreet cover. This is not the original cover. And this was on Gracie Kane and Noah Jarvis. So Gracie is Grady's sister. So you know some tension gonna be going on because Grady don't want his sister messing with a guy who does the kind of work that he does, because he know how messed up it is, and how the guys they're always going away, getting sent on a task or doing something. They're never at home, and yeah, Grady ain't gonna like that. But I really enjoyed this because it's gonna be a one-night stand, and Noah is not gonna know that Gracie is Grady's sister until after they done had their one night stand. Then she walks out the door and tell him that she's Grady's sister. Yeah. And Jarvis falls first. He's falling in love first because he's gonna be out there. Because I like this because we got some traveling going on, because she is gonna be working for the American. I think she because she already know, because she came to town to visit Grady, and she ends up meeting Jarvis, and they have that little fling or whatever. But she getting ready to leave the country because she's going overseas. She's going to be working with the American Red Cross or some kind of company like that, because she's going to be helping people while she's over there. I don't know if she's a nurse, but she's going to be a nurse, but she's going overseas to help people. And Grady going to end up going overseas because he's going to have to do a job over there. He's going to get Crew's going to send him on a job over there, and someone's going to see Jarvis and her together, and then they're going to be out, because like I said, they do dangerous work and people are after them, and I think they're going to see him with her, because he's going to instead of him trying to do his job, he's going to be over there trying to find her. But I really did enjoy this. This was a good book. I really enjoyed this. Highly recommend it. I highly recommend the first 4 books in the Killer series. But like I said, I really enjoyed book number 2 and really enjoyed book number 4, Veils by Brynne Asher and Path by Brynne Asher. Book number 2 and book number 4. Next I have Letters to Dogwood. This is a Western. Really enjoyed. I was looking on Amazon, found some Western. I found this right here, and it sounded interesting. I picked it up. I was highly surprised and really enjoyed this. I was like, you did a good job, London, by picking this book. Because I took a chance. Because look at this cover. But I was like, let me take a chance. And I was not disappointed. This is on Lucy Ritchie and Ben Stone. This starts with Lucy. She's in the city, but her mom, the way she got there, her mom and dad, they was living in the West. Her mom and dad started a hotel, but her mom didn't like it out there in the West, because it's rough going out in the West. She wanted to go back to the city. I don't know if this said in San Francisco or where it said that, but her mom ends up leaving her dad, and she take Lucy with her, because Lucy didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave. She wanted to stay there with her dad, but she leaves and ends up in the city with her mom. Now her mom is trying to marry her off, and she not having it, because she had wrote her dad, said when she comes of age, she was going to come back and help him with the hotel. But her mom don't want her to do that. Her mom want her to get married. Of course, she want her to marry this rich guy, and get married and stay there with her and just marry this rich guy. But Lucy's not having that. She be like, nope. So she ends up running away, getting on the train. And back in them days, women didn't travel by themselves, but she ends up traveling on the train, and that's where she meets Ben. And then it's all about them. This book had 3 parts. She put everything in this book. How many pages in here? 500 and some pages, cause you get when her and Ben first meet. You get with them traveling and him helping her out, helping her trying to make it to her destination. And then you get the courting part of them going together. And then you get them being married. I was like, she put all that in this. I really enjoyed that. Because he helps her get to the town, and he don't live too far from the town she's trying to get to, where her dad is. Because he ends up helping her get there. She goes to work for her dad in the hotel to help him out, because the hotel is on hard times. So she ends up taking over the hotel, trying to bring it back up to where it used to be at, because she said it used to be the fanciest hotel in town. So she's trying to get it back to that, get the hotel back up to standards. And I think Ben lived about an hour away from town or whatever, because Ben don't want to fall, because Lucy already know what she wants. She wants Ben, and Ben like, no, I'm not having it. Ben don't want to fall in love, but she ends up, let's just say, she keeps working on Ben till he finally give in. Like I said, you get them meeting, you get them courting, because he ends up saying, all right, we'll give it a try, end up courting her, and then ends up marrying her. Then you get a episode of them being married because usually at the end, when they get married, the book is over. But no, this wasn't over. We still had some of them being married and them getting along, how they getting along when they got married. I really enjoyed this. It was a lot going on. I enjoyed it. I highly recommend this book. There was sexual content in here, but it was not over the top. Ben is a keeper. I fell in love with being the strong silent type. Yes, because it what is it? How do you what do you call it? Grumpy sunshine. Yes, grumpy sunshine. If you like a grumpy sunshine, and if you just like a whole overall round story, because like I said, it had from the beginning to when they get married, it was an overall story. She gave you it all in this one book, and I will. And this is book one in the Texas Bloom series, so I will be reading the second book in the series. It's already out, but the third book is not out. So if you just want to wait till the whole series out, you can do that. I don't know how many books you're gonna have in this series, but the first one I read, yeah, I will be purchasing the second one. But if you don't want to purchase it, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free on Kindle Unlimited and test it out. But I highly recommend it. I don't think you will be disappointed. And also, these two are on Kindle Unlimited too, if you have Kindle Unlimited. And let me see how many pages in this book. Let's see here. This was 400 pages path. And let me see how many was in this one. Let's see here. This was also 400 pages. And I like the chapters up in here too. They did. I wanted to show that to y'all too. Let me go back and show it to you. They got the chapters. I told you they're gonna be traveling because they're going to Eiffel Tower, and you also got some parts of Africa because I think that's where Gracie was going to be working with the American Red Cross. You got that part of Africa. I really liked her chapters. And let me show you the chapters in this one too. I like when they put like a whole little picture for the chapters. I like that. All right, let's move on. I've already showed you this book. This was on my reading update. It's The Wicked Capture by Zoey Drake and Wicked Mate. Book 1 and book 2, they're on the same couple. In this one, you get when they meet. He's like a what does he do? He's like a, what is he? Let's see here if I can find it. You can't find anything when you need it. A mercenary. There you go. He's a mercenary because he got exiled from his home because he did something and they exiled him, and he became a mercenary, and his boss sent him to find this female who's been kidnapped from Earth. Yeah, it's females getting kidnapped from Earth, and she's already I think she's been sold, but his bosses want her for some reason, so he ends up finding her, and yeah, fated mate syndrome. He falls in love with her, or he don't want to get rid of her, and they end up getting together in this book. And in this one, she ends up getting pregnant, but since she's going with the alien because he's an alien, he thinks she might have some complication. He ends up going back to his hometown or planet. He ends up going back to his planet, and like I said, he got exiled from there. So when he go back, he gets in trouble. He gonna have to end up fighting in the arena for his life, because I think I mentioned these guys in this book, they are warriors, so they are always fighting. So he ends up having to fight for his life when he takes what is her name, Kara, when he takes Kara back to his planet to be seen by one of the guys there who he's like a doctor, and he wants her to get seen there because he don't know, she might have some complication with the pregnancy since they're different species. But highly recommend this if you hadn't checked it out. Zoey Draven is an excellent writer. Highly recommend this little series here. And there's only 2 books in the series, and it's on the same couple. Highly recommend it. Wicked Capture, book 1, and Wicked Mate, book 2 by Zoey Draven. Oh, did I mention the author of this? This is Tanya Fletcher of Fischer. There you go. And this woman right here, she can write. She know how to write a book. Next, I have Elle Kennedy, The Graham Effect. This is from this is on, what is her name? Gigi Graham. This is like a spinoff from the Off Campus series, because Gigi is from the characters in book 1. Those are her parents in the off-campus series. It's called The Deal. That was my favorite book out of the off-campus series, The Deal. And this is their daughter in this book, and I really, really enjoyed this. It's on hockey. If you're a hockey fan, if you like hockey, hockey romances, I think you'll really, really enjoy this book, because it's kind of like on The Deal too. Because in The Deal, they made a pact. They would help each other out, and in this one, Gigi and what is the guy name in here? Ryder. Gigi and Ryder, they kind of make like a little pact. They help each other out because he's gonna help her. She's trying to get on the Olympic team, and he wants to work for her dad. Her dad always have like a hockey camp, and Ryder wants to work at the hockey camp, and he asked Gigi to put in a good word for him, and then so they make this little deal where he's helping her with her hockey, with her skating and stuff like that, teaching her a few things, because I think he criticized her skating one time, and and that didn't go very well. Because she played hockey, and this is the first time I read one where the female actually played hockey and the guy played hockey. So I really, really enjoyed this. Highly, highly recommend The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, and I'm looking forward to reading the second book in this series. This is the first book in the series, and this is I don't know what she called this series. It just got The Graham Effect on here. I don't know what she called this series. Let me look in here and see if it's in here. Nope. I don't know what this series called, but I'll have it in the description below when I post this video, and I'll put what the series is called. And this is The Graham Effect. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, we're getting in my Western phase here, because I got 2 books by this author. Both of them are Western. Highly, highly recommend. I really enjoyed the book. Just disregard the cover, but the inside content, fan freaking tastic. I really, really enjoyed this. No over the top sexual content. It just was a nice little story of 2 characters getting together and falling in love. But it started out with some contention going on, because she's running away from home. She's trying to run away from her dad. I don't know what was going on between her and her dad. I don't know if he wanted her to marry somebody. She didn't want to marry, but she ends up running away, and she ends up on this guy's farm, and he's a Native American. He's half Native American, and they track her down. Her dad tracks her down to this farm, and it's him and some other people show up at the farm where she's at, and they end up beating him up really bad. And when her dad finds her dad, he forces them to get married. Because I think I mentioned that they had American convenience, but her dad forces her to marry this guy because they think he's gonna die, because he get beat up so bad. They think he's gonna die anyway, and her dad thinks she's gonna come running back to him, but it don't end up that way, because she end up nursing him back to health. What is his name? They don't even have it on the back here. They don't even have their name on the back here. I don't think so. I don't think so. But anyway, she ends up nursing him back to health, and they end up staying married and just, working out what's going on with her dad, and starting their own little family, a found family, because they end up together. It's him and her, because he had a problem with his family, because, like I said, he's half Native American, and let's just say the family that his dad, the family that he come from, he got half brothers and sisters. Let's just say it's not working out good with them. So both of them have family issues that they're going to work through, and they end up working on this farm together and ends up falling in love. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a good story. Highly, highly recommend this story. Like I said, disregard this cover. Don't about the story. The story is what matters. The story is really, really, really good. Highly, highly recommend it. This is Elle O'Connor's Eyes of Silver, Eyes of Gold. And let me see how many pages in here. It's 400 pages in here. Highly, highly recommend this story. And you can read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. Go for it. Next, I have another book by Elle O'Connor. This is Beautiful Badman. Really, really enjoyed this. This is the first book I read by Elle O'Connor, and I really, really enjoyed this one. This is on, I think this guy in here, he's like a bounty hunter or something, or a gunslinger, but he ends up meeting the female character in here when he comes across her home, and did he get hurt or something and she took care of him? I forgot what happened, but they've met before, because when he was little, he was out in the wilderness, because when her and her family was coming to the west on the wagon train, and they end up running across this boy out there, and I forgot what happened. I think he got hurt or something, but they end up running across him, and she ends up giving him some food or something. I forgot what happened. But she met them. They met when they were little, and so they end up meeting again when they're older. But I don't know who remembered who first. I think he remembered her, or I don't know if she remembered him. But they end up getting together in this because her husband ends up getting killed. Somebody wants to, of course, you got the greedy landowners out there. They want all the land, so they were trying to run her and her husband off their land, because a lot of people's houses are getting burned down. Yeah. And her husband ends up getting killed, and she ends up meeting this guy, and they end up, I think did they get married? I don't remember. I think they got married. I can't remember. But they end up together, and he ends up helping her on her farm and helping her keep her farm from the land grabbers out there. But I really, really enjoyed it. Excellent romance. Not no over the top sexual content, just a nice romance. But it was some sexual content in here, but it wasn't over the top. Yeah, you could have said it was closed door, because it wasn't over the top. It wasn't too much going on. I really, really, really enjoyed this. A Beautiful Badman by Elle O'Connor. I'm not good at describing this book, but take my word for it. Excellent read. And the last book I have is another romantic suspense. This is by another book by Brynne Asher. Yeah, I'm on a Brynne Asher roll. She's an excellent writer. She writes excellent romances and excellent suspense, because I be all into the suspense and all into the... She have a good mix of romance and suspense. This is Athica Lane. This is book 1 in the Carpino series. This is the only book I bought in the series. I enjoyed the other book, but this is the only one that I really, really enjoyed. So I only got the first book. I'm not finished reading the series. I'm still reading on the series. But I didn't enjoy the other ones like I enjoyed this one. So I purchased this one. And this is Grumpy Sunshine, because she's going to meet this guy. Who is it? Cam Montgomery. Her name is Cam Montgomery, or his name is Cam. His name is Cam Montgomery, and her name is Paige. They end up running into each other at a coffee shop, because I think he wastes his coffee. She wastes her coffee or something on him, or one of them get splashed with some coffee. and let's just say they don't have a good meeting from the beginning. And so it ends up that she's babysitting for her sister, and someone knocks on the door, and her sister tell her to pick up these extra, because she goes and picks up her sister kids and bring them back to the house, because she's going to stay at her sister's house until her sister get back. Her sister and her husband get back, and her sister tell her she picks up the kids next door for this guy. So you already know where this is going, because who shows up at her door but the guy she ran into in the coffee shop? So it goes from there, because yeah, it's a lot of back and forth going on, and he has kids. If you like reading romance where the male has some children, he got a boy and a girl. Really, really enjoyed this. Highly, highly recommend it, because then you're going to have a stalker going on in here who's going to be stalking Paige, and it looked like it's a sports romance, but it's not, because he is the male character in here works at a high school, and he teach football. So because I thought he was going to be like a football player or something, but from this cover, but no, he's a football coach, and him and Paige going to end up together, and let's just say Paige going to have a stalker. Yeah, and some how would say ex-wife drama. Yeah, yeah. Some ex-wife drama going on, some stalkerism going on, some of everything going on in this book. But I really, really enjoyed it. Highly, highly recommend it. It's Athica Lane in the Carpino series. I don't know if this is book number 1 or book number 2. I'm totally confused because when you look at it on Amazon, this is the first book in the series. But when you read it, it said that the second book is the first book in the series. So I don't know. So I don't know what book this is in the series. It's either the first book or the second book. I have no idea. But anyway, I highly, highly recommend this right here. Just disregard and go read the synopsis for yourself and check it out. But I highly, highly recommend all of these books. I got Athica Lane by Brynne Asher. Let me get our other 2 books here. I got Path by Brynne Asher and Veils by Brynne Asher. I don't know if I said Vine, but I don't know if I said Veil, but this is, I might have said Vines, but this is Veils by Brynne Asher. So I got 3 books that I really enjoy by her. This is in the Killer series. This is in the Carpino series. Then I got another series. This is book 1 in this series. I don't know what series this is. I'll leave all the information below. This is Elle Kennedy's The Graham Effect. I got 2 books by Elle O'Connor. Really, really love these books. I don't know if these are, I don't think these are in a series. But this is Beautiful Badman. But if they are, I'll leave that information below. Beautiful Badman and Eyes of Silver, Eyes of Gold. Really, really enjoyed these 2. I got Zoey Draven, Wicked Captor, Wicked Mate. Really, really enjoyed these. Book 1 and book 2 in the, this is just a 1 and book 2 series on the same couple. And last but not least, Letters to Dogwood by Tanya Fischer. I think it's Fischer. Really, really enjoyed this. So all of these books I give high 4.5 stars. Highly, highly recommend them. I hope you check them out. Most of them are on Kindle, so if you guys have Kindle Unlimited, go and check them out because they're free. And if you're already paying for Kindle Unlimited, you can just go and read them for free. Just in case you don't like them, then you don't have to worry about it. But I think you're going to really, really enjoy these books. Highly, highly recommend them. I really, really, really love them. And of course, you know, when I love a book, I go and purchase it. So I went and purchased those, and some of them I purchased 2 times. But that's all I have for now. Until next time, keep reading those romances, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.